in, I laid back.
Yeah, no, I'm with Steve. I had no idea what the fuck you were saying.
So sit back and relax and watch Raven.
What are we talking about today? Because I need topics to talk about. I've been for Pops. Yeah, can I just see that paper? I've got like 2 segments. Go.
Rummage. You think you have the chops to be an in-game host at the KFC Yum Center?
100%.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Middays, Marcus Maben, Steve Rummage, 8150, 939 is the number, 939 is the station. Let's just start it out like this. Do you think Nick Valvano can handle being an in-game host for football or basketball? No, is it basketball?
Basketball.
Basketball, men's and women's basketball events.
Women's basketball, men's basketball, and baseball.
He sweats when we ask him a tough question.
Dude, I'm Italian. I sweat when I yawn. That doesn't mean anything.
Can he handle that, Steve? He might be able to handle it.
That's what I'm saying.
He might be able to handle it.
You gotta think. I've got to entertain. I'm at the restaurant tonight. Thousands of times I've had to entertain small parties.
I don't know,
big parties.
a lot of things can go wrong in those games too.
Oh yeah, but then it's great content.
And then you got to.
And people love laughing at me. So even if I do falter, they'll be like, this guy.
And then what do you? And then you got to go. Oh,
what
okay.
if we're losing?
That's what I was gonna say. Louisville's just crap the bed tonight. We're down 18, and you got to come out and go. Hey, we're gonna do a horse race. Everybody ready?
The water pistol horse race.
You're right. Oh, I could be pissed off too. Like, maybe I could, the fans will, because I'll be angry and they'll be like, all right, we're doing this trucking thing. Let's get it over.
You would have to do the
What's
baby.
your name?
You'd have to do the baby races when you're down 18.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
Because that's the only,
gonna boo.
Yeah,
baby,
that's the only thing you can get. You can get going.
They will boo the crap out of an adult.
Steve Rummage in the building. Nikki V in the booth.
We're here, man. Excited, ready to go. And yeah, man.
4th of July weekend.
It was great. Yeah, it was great.
I'm listening. Was that for me?
Yeah, it was me. No, man, we had a great time over in the neighborhood. It was I will say this though, on Saturday, somebody behind our neighborhood in Mount Washington put on the greatest at-home fireworks show of all time. Like I could see it from out back, and it was probably a couple miles away.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it was next level fireworks. I was like, whoa!
On Saturday, I did notice around like people obviously put off till Saturday.
Yeah,
that was a phenomenon.
Well, I think should have been. I mean, God, I still seen texts. I mean, 4th of July was Thursday. Fireworks out for like, God, dude. Like, okay, well, you know what? Maybe some people worked. What if that guy shooting fireworks off on Saturday was a trucker and has been driving across the country for the last 2 days to deliver food that you're probably going to eat
on the 4th of July and the 5th of July?
So maybe he just couldn't get back to his family until Saturday.
Or he owns a fireworks stand. He's been selling fireworks, and now he's like, time for me to pop
our friends at Four Fingers Fireworks, I think Saturday night they had their party.
Oh God,
man, I would have loved to have seen that.
Oh God,
shout out my boy James. That's where we were.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, I am so sorry. I apologize. Allow me to just take this moment and apologize. This is the biggest apology that I can muster. 4 Finger Fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
I am so sorry that you got to meet Pops Maven. I am
to get the full experience.
I am so sorry. Nikki, I don't know if they were ready for Pops Maven. People, if you know, Pops Maben had an experience where he brought the 4-finger fireworks to the neighborhood down in Atlanta, in case you didn't hear the story. He told me, hey, you gonna go check out that little four fingers place? I'm right on over there with you. You know, and I'm like, and I know what he wants to do. He wants to show him the firework thing. You know, he took some video recording of it and made sure he gave a shout out. And he just wanted so bad to go to 4-finger fireworks and tell them, you know, how awesome it was. And I'm like, Dad, I already told him, you know, it's all good. You don't got to show them videos. They've seen every kind of firework in the history of it. It's not necessary, Dad. But you could just, you know how you can just tell. He's not letting this one go.
Yeah.
And every time I'm going to Kroger. He's like, oh, you about to make that run over the 4 fingers? I'm just like, no, Dad, I'm just going to Kroger. I'll be back in 10 minutes. And it was kind of raining. And anyway, point being, he wasn't going to let it go. It was the 5th, I think. And I said, all right, Dad, I'm going to just ride on over there. You know, you want to ride? Hey, man, my dad is like, hey, man, because they were packing up. They were packing up, shutting down the tent, everything. Hey, man, I effing love y'all. Just imagine the beat. He is cussing. Listen, we know them, but I don't know if they're prepared to deal with this level of swearing. And and he's getting worse with age. He's cussing so much with age. And he's just like, I effing love y'all, man. I effing love y'all. Y'all the SH, you know, where y'all the spit. That's how niggas say, y'all the spit, man. I effing love. I'm like, Dad. Right. It was like 15 minutes of that. And I'm just like, thanks, 4 fingers, for putting up with him. And like I say, he showed him the video, got to say thank you, and that was all good.
Yeah, somebody said 4 fingers put on a show in Rivercrest.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I was gonna say I knew they Elijah went over there.
Okay.
That's funny though. So they got the full experience then. Clearly Steve doesn't own dogs when he's okay with multiple nights of fireworks.
Where's Locke when you need him?
I was gonna say I could play that rant if you want.
No.
They don't work them up already. Steve, you think that text was serious?
Probably. I don't even want to go down that road.
Oh,
yeah.
So between my dad and his vulgarities,
Yeah,
and him going straight to my closet, Steve.
Yeah.
Already went straight into my closet. Dad, you can buy joggers at any department store on the planet, Dad. Before I even get home from work, Steve, he's already been in my closet. These joggers were 3 back.
Yeah.
I have some black joggers. I've had them for 5. How is it that he can possibly know what my favorite items are and just find them in my closet?
Yeah.
And I got 1 pair, Steve, that I really can't go without.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, I picked up little joggers from your closet. So yeah, I'm going to take them back with me. I got to find a way to stop him, Steve.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, this is madness, man.
It's like I'm living with a 70-year-old bully. For those who don't know, Pops Maben's in town. He's just bullying me for everything. Yeah. He's drinking all my Fiji waters. Look, Dad, you drink from the tap water until you come up here.
Once he gets there, it's on.
Golly. Hey, I'm ready for the little baked potatoes about around 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
I want to be like, what? Like, you can tell he's been a well-kept man for a long time. Just the way he talks, you know, just like, who do you think you are? Like, do women let you talk?
I want to meet your dad bad, man.
If there's some seasoned ladies that can take Pops Maben, because here's the problem, Steve.
Yeah.
He's retired now.
Oh, yeah.
So he's dangerous.
Oh, my God. And he just, listen, you know, usually when he comes up for Christmas, we kind of like, we got a schedule. He's on the clock, you know what I'm saying? No. He's like, I'm staying when I stay. I'll go when I go.
Like, it's just what we do.
Yeah, I feel, listen, it made me have those moments. You know how, like, and just let me get this brand out. Let me get that off my chest. You know how, like, when you're a kid, your mom's
Mhm.
complaining about your dad, and you're kind of mad at your dad, and you're like, Dad, you're messing up, And then when you get a little older, you kind of start, your mom kind of gets on your nerves a little bit. You're like, I see my dad was a little irritated with you, right?
Sure.
So you have those transitions, right? Steve,
Mhm.
at some point, you're going to transition back to being on your mom's side, dealing with the old dad now, and you're going to be like,
Yeah.
I see what my mom was talking about.
Yeah.
Like, look at this. Look at what you're doing around the house, right?
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
Absolutely.
I feel sorry for the women, the wives who had to deal with retired husbands.
Yeah.
Because he got nothing but time to just be irritating, talking,
I get that.
bullying, just being into stuff, and just go sit down.
Yeah, stop.
Yeah. So yeah,
That's awesome.
I'm in that way, but yeah. So Pops Maven is running amok.
Well, I'm glad he had a good time.
He's displaced me. So night show people.
Did we get the tinting and everything, or the sound stuff taken care of?
Well, I'll maybe not. We're efforting.
We're working.
We're still efforting.
Okay.
I've been going back and forth.
All right.
Yeah, Texan. Yeah, it's like he took my the only joggers that I even wear.
Just took your shoes.
No, pants.
Pants.
Yeah.
Oh, pants.
Yeah, just the only ones that I even wear. He found them. They're 5 years old.
Yoink.
Well, my weekend, Charity bought a Nissan 370Z.
Ah,
Got
okay.
Kentucky plate. Gonna have to do something about that.
Ooh.
Yep. Told her she got it back in. I was like, either keep it in the garage or you got back in.
Okay, how do we get this removed?
It's coming off quickly. I was like, that can't be in my house. It can't be in my driveway.
Is it just me? And like, I'm taking rivalry out of it.
Okay.
Like, because I got a Louisville plate on my car.
Sure.
Is it just me, or do the Louisville plates just look better? And I'm not even like, put a different logo on it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that like the novelty, it just looks better.
The
in my
black plate looks better. I will say the old Louisville plates kind of ugly.
No, I see. I agree with that.
Yeah. The white when they had the whole little bird logo type thing, but the new black plate with just the cardinal head looks sharp.
Yeah, no, I think it looks better than the novelty UK ones.
But it was one of those things like I didn't, being the group that I'm affiliated with.
Yeah,
we've always been taught to be as low key as possible.
Fair enough.
And I didn't want my plate in my car to be identifiable.
That is true.
I wanted to be as neutral as neutral can be.
Yeah.
So that's what scared me away from
that's fair.
the car. But I do like them. I like them on other people's cars. I like identifying. Just lets me know I'm around friends and family, and it lets me know not to shout at certain drivers.
There you go.
How much bias do you have, Steve, when you see Louisville emblems on the car? Like how much leniency?
Oh, it's huge.
Give me a percentage.
40, 50.
You give them about 40 to 50% grace.
Yeah.
Do you ever yell at Louisville plate drivers?
Yeah, I do, but I mean, it's not one where
they gotta really be screwing up.
Yeah. I'll show a lot of grace.
It's like they must be in a rush. Go there. They must be.
Yeah, I was like, I'll show a whole lot of grace to Louisville drivers for sure. Yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay, so where do we start today? The joke Nikki just made is where does the content train take us today?
Yeah, and I'm gonna be borrowing some stuff because
do we start off with Cardinal Commitment, episode 1?
No, I'll start with my funny video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm listening.
I'll start with my portal video.
Your Stargate.
Yeah.
Your Stargate portal video. Are you familiar with Stargate?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a nerd. Yeah.
Okay, so you enjoyed the Stargate?
I never watched it that much, but it looked like a show that I was like, these people running around with P90s into portal shooting aliens. I was like, solid.
Okay, Steve, were you a Stargate at all?
No.
But you saw it.
I know what it was. Yeah.
quick question, because I was
Okay.
I was getting Stargate and another show confused.
Okay.
The other show, Quantum Leap.
Uh-huh.
Are you familiar?
Sure.
I get those mixed up too. Like, yeah.
Quantum Leap.
Yeah.
Were you a fan of Quantum Leap?
It was the same thing. Stargate. Like if I was flicking around, I'd be like, like I said, it had all the things of a sci-fi show: a hot blonde,
Texas.
guns, bad graphics,
Texas.
and aliens.
38 31 93.9 callers 8150 93. Really quick on the Quantum Leap, Steve.
Okay.
How good is your historical knowledge that you would have been able to? You feel like you
zero. I just know any of them.
Right?
Yeah.
Because listen, Nikki, Steve, listen. In Quantum Leap, he would always have to rely on how some historical events went to try to fix some things.
Right.
So if they stuck you back, in between, Julius Caesar and Brutus, you had to be like, oh, well, this is the night that the politicians got together
and they stabbed him.
Yeah,
right.
and they killed him.
Yeah.
I gotta stop, Caesar from going into that room. But first, you gotta tell his wife, So you would have to you would challenge your historical knowledge to see, oh, would I be able to,
But was he always messing with history? Because isn't that dangerous? Like,
it was something like he had to fix something without interrupting history.
okay, I was gonna say, okay.
Yeah, it was
because then we're not gonna be able to say et tu Brute, if he's gonna change history forever, man. You can't be.
Every movie does the ripple effect,
the butterfly effect, and everything.
But point being, it was a good test of your historical knowledge, and it kind of scared you, like, man, maybe I need to. What is that?
That's a good summer.
Okay.
That's a good summer topic. What Louisville quantum leap moments would you do? Would you go back in time and keep from happening?
There you go. You just wrote your show.
Right. Quantum leap. Okay, I'm listening, Steve.
Do you know what I love the most about the video?
I'm listening.
Last night. When I saw the video, I was like, that's pretty cool. I was like, it's not quite as good as Top Gun, like the Brohm and them, but I was like, that's good. I like that. He went into the portal, come back out with the team. I was like, but, whatever. But when I saw James Strebel's reaction to it and other Kentucky fans, I was like, I love this video. Like
they gave you life.
They gave me like I watched the video and I was just like, that was pretty cool. Whatever. Fun. It's corny. It's high. Whatever. But when I saw the Kentucky fan reaction, I was all in. I was like, I need more of this. I need more of this. Yeah. I like keep pouring it on, man.
I enjoyed it. Okay. Graphics. Yum Center.
Yeah.
Kelsey took it serious.
Oh, yeah.
Peyton, Luke, Coach Ford, they took it serious.
Yes, they did.
That's what I enjoyed about it. Like you could tell it was organization to it. It wasn't just, let's all just clown around. And it's like even your clowning around has structure to it.
Yes.
I like that. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? Like I said, it's, even if you're, like I said, nobody was joking, nobody was laughing, nobody was smirking. You could tell they were trying to keep a straight face. They were trying to really execute their roles.
Oh, yeah.
And this wasn't for the Louisville aficionados.
Right.
This wasn't made for us.
Yeah.
This is made for the Middle Earthers, the Louisville Middle Earth crowd.
Yes.
Absolutely. So kids. Oh, kids. Like I said, people are just, hey, honey, come here and look at, like, you have a hard time getting your nerdy kid to watch some, or somebody who knows they're affiliated with the Louisville fan base, but they're not. Okay, now we give you something like, oh, okay, that's pretty funny though. So now, like, okay, you can do these more often. You can play around with your image editing and your graphics. You can, something you can do again. Those are the things that kind of like, I'm like, okay,
absolutely,
that works. It's a project inside.
It was good. Like I said, it showed some. I thought Coach Kloman stole the show. I thought his little part was the best
when he
nailed that look. Dude, the turnaround from the computer and the smile. He nailed that.
I was like, he stole the show, man. the one-liner. I was like, this is awesome. Well, I can't remember what he said now. What was it? He was like,
I'm gonna see if I can pull it up.
Okay, yeah. I was like,
yeah, I would say if you have the sound, because we might be talking about it and people may not have heard it at all. So I guess you could play it real quick if you can bring it up really quick.
Oh, it was great.
But yeah, let me see. Is there anything else in it? The guys, listen, guys look pretty cool coming through the portal, the portal window. They was like, hey, let's do it. Still ain't the jerseys on there.
No, we're still not jerseying.
Portal's open.
Of course, the computer paused right when he said it. Portal's open, sir.
All right, y'all. Portal's open.
Unbelievable.
Let's go get some foods. Entering the portal now.
Thank you for that, Nick.
Keeps buffering. Oh, stupid.
All right, never mind.
So Texas has no idea about the video.
Oh yeah, you gotta watch it.
Okay, yeah, it's a for a basketball, related video. It's a Stargate.
It's really well done.
It's a Stargate or Star Bridge inside of. Maybe I couldn't tell on text line. Did somebody kind of clean up? I might have said Stargate, and Stargate might have been the show, and I might have got them mixed up.
Oh, they're saying the movie, the series wasn't good. Quantum Leap was too cheesy.
What? What? Was that a standalone comment that Quantum Leap was too cheesy?
Yeah, I guess.
That's like saying MacGyver was too cheesy.
Too cheesy MacGyver.
It's like saying, what's the one with Chuck Norris?
Oh, Walker, Texas Ranger. Yeah.
Walker, Texas Ranger.
That's like saying Thunder in Paradise was cheesy. Was not. It was awesome.
I don't know Thunder in
I don't know what that is. I'm not sure what that one is either. Yeah.
Hulk Hogan on the boat.
Oh, is that when he's like the
Okay,
yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah.
MacGyver or Walker, Texas Ranger.
Ooh, MacGyver was good. Walker, Texas Ranger
Walker
was
had
better.
Christian values.
And he was kicking people.
Yeah,
and I like the female lead that was in. She was pretty.
Such a chauvinist.
She was pretty. And they did a crossover of martial law and Walker, Texas Ranger. That blew little Nikki's mind. Big fan of martial law too.
Insert joke here. Because it's coming.
That's funny because you tried to put us into it.
I didn't even know. Oh, come on.
Boom. Yeah. Did you not see that?
Yeah, you were fighting for martial law. So funny thing is, the people fighting for martial law would not survive in martial law.
Was it Samho? What was his name in martial law?
Okay, so great overall grades. Are we going to grade the acting?
I mean, listen, it was all good. Like I said, I mean, Cloman to me gets an A.
Okay, Cloman.
Everybody else is like, it's fun.
Okay, what does Kelsey get?
He was okay.
Samho Law, by the way. Sorry, that was his name.
He was okay.
What could he have done better?
Yeah, make me believe it.
You just need him. He almost cussed, Steve.
But even that was. I feel like you scripted it. I don't like it. He could have done better.
Yeah.
Like I can't. Here's my thing. I watched that and was like, okay, if you're gonna coach half butt, then we're gonna be in trouble.
Oh, okay.
I took 3 wins off the team because he's not all the way in.
We're just having a little bit of fun.
I was like, he's not invested.
Well, I'm going to tell you why you're wrong. Right after the commercial break, Middays Marcus Maybe not around the Ville. Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course they'll work with your insurance
Damn, I forgot the people that were on the show, Martial Law.
bureau. Citadel Roofing and
Oh, it was a good looking cast. Forgot Arsenio was on it.
Construction.
And then the 3 like female leads. God damn.
Grandmother's house was singing. A kosher recipe for the entire crew, and they call it good gravy.
Good gravy. The new family roller coaster at Holiday World and Splash and Safari. Twist and turn past a gigantic rolling pin, milk bottle, and more in a race to save Thanksgiving dinner. First forwards, then backwards. It's fun with a little gravy on top. Get tickets at holidayworld.com.
Hey, Cards fans. Do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com. And be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
Hey, Louisville fans, Steve Rummage here. In life, there are moments when the stakes are high and the decisions you make can forever change the outcome of your financial future. Buying or selling your home, that's one of those major league moments. Imagine this. If we're facing a major surgery, you wouldn't pick a cut-rate surgeon or someone offering a 1% discount, right? So why gamble with a cheaper option when it comes to selling your home? Go with a pro, someone who's recently named one of Louisville's 40 under 40, and call Josh Jarbo. Josh and the team of agents at RE/MAX Empire understand the value of what's at play. They don't offer any gimmicks, and they definitely don't take shortcuts. They provide the full MVP treatment every step of the way. So when buying or selling your home, choose the team that goes the distance for you. At RE/MAX Empire, your goals paired with their strategy is a guaranteed recipe for success. I'm Steve Rummage, and I'm telling you, in real estate, don't settle for anything less than the best. Call Josh Jarbo at 502-216-7590 or check out his website at joshjarbo.remaxempireky.com.
Josh Jarbo, principal broker owner, RE/MAX Empire, Motto Mortgage A to Z, NMLS number 2256125. Equal housing lender.
Our city's professional soccer seasons are underway, and ESPN Louisville listeners can take advantage of a special ticket offer today. Visit LouCity.com/ESPN for discounted tickets to Louisville City and Racing Louisville home games. Whether you're a diehard fan or just looking for the right place to enjoy a cold drink, it's tough to beat a night at beautiful Lynn Family Stadium. That's LouCity.com/ESPN for discounted Lou City and Racing Louisville tickets today. And remember, if it's Lou City, it plays on ESPN Louisville.
Ember and Ash Mobile Cigar Lounge is designed exclusively for cigar enthusiasts like you. Whether you're celebrating an occasion, hosting an event, or simply seeking a moment of tranquility, they're here to transform it into an unforgettable experience. Ember and Ash Mobile Cigar Lounge will be on location at Need Bourbon Bar and Bottle Shop at 7 p.m. on Friday, July 12th. They'll also be at Against the Grain Brewery and Public House Saturday, July 13th. Use promo code ESPN for 10% off your cigar purchase. Private bookings available. Head to emberandashcigars.com. Ember and Ash Mobile Cigar Lounge. They bring the elite cigar experience to you.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
Basketball fans, Russ Smith, Peyton Siva, and Montrezl Harrell are back. This summer, TBT returns. The basketball tournament, Freedom Hall, July 20th to 24th. Tickets on sale now at thetournament.com. That's thetournament.com. Louisville alumni is going for the $1 million prize, July 20th through 24th. Cheer on your national champions at historic Freedom Hall. Get your tickets now at thetournament.com.
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maven. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. Before I go any further, I want to take a quick second to remind everybody that temperature control is and always will be one of the most valuable resources one could have. If you agree with that sentiment, the DFX company is most certainly the company for you. Simply dial 968-6222, or you can look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Make sure you look into the Mitsubishi Mini Split, like the one we use here at the 93.9 Studios for that hard to heat, hard to cool room in your home. Again, 968-6222, or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Before we get into the reasons you were wrong about taking those 3 wins, we need to discuss this decision, this paint job decision.
Okay.
They're doing a great job painting the studio. Came in here on the weekend. I saw they moved everything around.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing a great job.
Mm-hmm.
However, Steve,
Okay.
I don't know what's a worse decision: white shoes,
Yeah.
in the middle of winter, or white paint in the middle of a studio with these savages.
Well, here's the thing. I agree to an extent. I agree that flat white paint could not have been a worse choice. Let me say this, though. We do not have a ton of kids running around here.
What?
Well, no, listen. We, to my knowledge, have a bunch of adults running around here.
Allegedly.
Therefore, I'm looking in the 93.9 studio now. When marks come up on the wall, we're going to know who it is.
Because we're going to take daily poll, or just
because it shouldn't be that hard to not swing your chair up against the wall or hit the walls, to just pay attention and, not stay off the wall.
Yeah, not rock your chair back and just tap against the wall over and over again, where you just start to leave indentations. And
Yeah, I'm so happy I'm far enough away from on the control board, because my ass would be denting the piss out of this thing. But thankfully, I'm far away from it. So
please, co-workers, visitors, anybody who frequents the studio, not even if you visit the studio, please do your best to keep away from the walls. When they're nice and clean and bright, they help us we have a better product.
Yeah. No, but it looks really nice. Now these, assuming they're going to paint these. If not, I'm going to.
Yeah, you don't like that color?
Well, not with the white walls.
What color would you paint them?
Black, red, anything. Just fumbling.
Anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so Steve, here's what happens. We'll go to the last scene, one of the last scenes first.
Okay.
This is a fun basketball back end nerd conversation.
Okay, I'm listening.
Are you or are you not okay with a coach taking the lap, taking the sprint,
Okay.
for the losing team?
Oh, we're going to the Cardinal
Commitment.
Oh, okay. We're in that. We're in that. Okay. All right. Yes. I love that.
I'm listening.
Well, because one of the things is
That means y'all been working hard.
Yes. First off, he knows you've been working hard enough. I can do this. But
Explain to people what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. Losing team has to run.
Yeah.
Losing team has to run in your practice competitions.
Right.
Instead of making the losing team run, coach steps up and says, you know what? It's the end of the week. You guys have been working hard.
Yeah.
I'll take the losing lap.
Yeah. And
I don't know, Steve. Maybe some guy has to be like, no, we lost. We're going to run with you, coach.
I mean, maybe.
Appreciate it.
Maybe. I mean, yeah, maybe that's the next step. And
Right.
maybe he's waiting on that.
He's waiting on that guy.
But what I will say is you play harder for a coach you love. And little things like that. Here's the thing. He doesn't have a bunch of guys that, like, well, they know him. He recruited them. Now they've been there for 2 years. He's gained their trust.
Yeah.
He's got to do things this summer
Yep.
that just expedites that.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
Great point.
we're in the bunker with this guy
Great
for
point.
sure. So now I do agree with you. I would have liked to have seen one guy. It's like, no, coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
It's
no.
early though. It's early. It's week 4.
But that might be the moment. That might be the miracle moment, where who do you play for? It's like, the United States of America. Mike Ruzioni.
No,
Yeah,
I was gonna make you just do that guy one more game, one half for the rest of your life.
yeah,
Yeah. Like I said, part of me. So yeah, if you're listening, fellas, step up and take your run. Take your run at the end of it. Nikki, would you have been the guy to step up? Because you do risk being the kiss butt too.
Oh yeah.
The guy says, let's run with coach. Like, nah, dude.
Yeah, no, he said he wanted to run it.
Yeah.
Let him run it. I don't know though. I don't think anybody would have been too. I'm kind of upset because it was
just an up down. It should have been a full. I'm listening, Steve.
Okay, Nick, answer me this.
Oh God.
She just pulled up in a convertible.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, we're talking about right out here.
Yeah.
I caught the tail end of this.
Yeah. She added an accessory as she got out of the car.
Oh, really?
What's the purpose? Tell me that's not theater, Nick. Anyways, I'm sorry.
That just caught your attention, and you just.
You just drove in a convertible.
Yeah, that's
Don't tell me what you breathed in on the way here. This is your fault.
you can't make that one up.
That's your fault.
We are sitting here in the month of freedom, and Steve is still having nervous breakdowns. But you okay?
No, I'm messing with Nick, but it was a little odd.
That is funny.
It
Though.
was
That
a
is
little
funny.
odd. I was like, what?
Okay.
Okay. I mean, here's the thing, man. What I love about it is I was like I said, I was a little upset. It was an up down. It was like, come on, guys. Like, do an up down. It'd be different if it was like
Do an up down, guys.
But good on him, man.
Mhm.
I will say that. Good on coach. Because I do think, just going kind of repeating, going back to my point, I gotta get back on track now. He's got to earn them, man. He's got to earn it. And you do. You play for it. Everybody out there listening, no matter what level you played at, if you only played pee-wee football through high school, you remember a coach that you were like, I wanted to win for that coach. Like, I played harder for that coach. We've all had them.
Or the coach that gets a little too physical on the football, and it's like, okay, he really must have played.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. But that's kind of what I think that was for. I just think he knows I've got 4 months to earn them.
I was glad it wasn't suicides though, because again, I don't need you rolling your ankle.
No,
like I said, and we're starting to learn that about me. Just I'm protective of
pull a hammy.
Yeah. I just like do your regular running, do your regular strength training. I don't put your bravado on the shelf.
Yeah,
you don't need to do full suicide running, coach. If it's just a sprint up and down, knock it out.
Yeah,
I'm okay with it. Okay, that was last thing first. We are talking about the Cardinal commitment video, episode 1. Okay, it opens. The video opens, Steve. The first 15 seconds.
Yeah.
The first 25 seconds. You know what he says? He's talking about blowing up the handoff on the screen.
This is Coach Cassidy, right?
Coach Cass, yep. Coach Cass. So Coach Cass is talking about blowing up the screen at the beginning, talking about rejecting the screen, going back. It's the opening. Listen, kudos to the editor to just say, hey, I'm going to pick out this. Steve, he says, catch it with 2 feet, get in the paint and play off 2 feet, right? That is, listen, I was mad. I'm not saying mad. He's mad at Coach Mack about this.
Yeah.
He's mad at Kenny Payne about this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm like, y'all are not jump stopping.
Mm-hmm.
And you remember me, I was blowing my top thinking about Coach Davenport going two or three dribbles, jump stop, reverse pivot, bounce pass to the next man.
Yeah.
And you would be amazed at how many times somebody screwed it up. We're going left, reverse pivot, dribble, 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 jump stop, reverse pivot. I'm talking about Elijah. If you start your kid in basketball, you remember, I don't know if you ever had to do this, but you remember like you join a youth league or something and they kind of do a joint tryout where they measure the level of all the skills of the kids,
right?
So they can separate the teams.
Absolutely.
That's the drill you do. That's one of the drills you do. Okay, who knows how to dribble, reverse pivot? I do.
Oh wait, Nick, I think you need to check. I think we are.
We got it live.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You should hurry.
I think at 11. So,
okay, at 11.
Yeah.
Okay, so Steve, you get that, right? It's the first thing he's talking about. We're in week 3. He's talking about playing off 2 feet. I wrote next thing. Just catching, playing off 2 feet. Something I've been, just like I said, going crazy about.
Yes.
It made me so much more comfortable. The next thing he's saying this, our development of the player. You know what I even like, and this is not shade at Ross, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when we used to learn the high post, you have a tennis ball.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need a basketball yet.
Yeah,
you don't need a basketball for the first 2 weeks. Here's a tennis ball, just so we know where you're going. We don't want you distracted by the basketball. Right. Throw the tennis ball to where you're supposed to go. Pump fake the tennis ball to your options.
Yeah.
We're gonna use cone. Coach Crum, he has X taped on the floor.
Yes.
An X.
Yes.
These are your spots. Find the X. Whatever. You could see those cones, just simple, quick, cones. To be tight in the cones. It's just like, no, this is a camp. This is a training camp. This is a team orientated training camp for a team, long-term team success.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm just like, first, like I said, first 25 seconds, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
They're getting started.
Yeah, no, you could tell, like I said, and it was good to kind of start meeting the coaches. Like you start to meet Coach Cash, you start to meet Coach O, I mean, like, and who's a big man coach, and and you're like, he's played at the highest level.
You can see that right away.
Yeah. So I mean,
and his understanding.
That's why I'm walking to Starbucks today. Yeah.
Listen,
three different coaching staffs, all of them have that same track.
That's the path.
Yeah, right. Just walk down to Starbucks.
And they're in good shape, so it's not that much.
And he's seeing him today. I was like, man, he's a big dude.
Okay, big man coach.
Yeah.
Another thing, I was even talking to my dad about this, because my dad was like, okay, well, come and kind of catch me up on everything. And I'm like, okay, big man coach.
Yeah.
He's talking to, he's simplifying everything. He's carrying on the message of playing off 2 feet.
Yeah.
When you get into the paint. His understanding or appreciation that these guys are older guys.
Yeah.
They know how to relax and learn. They know how to relax and play. Put it this way, relax and play hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does that make sense?
Sure.
Like Coach Crum used to always say, be quick, but don't hurry.
Yeah.
Same difference, Coach.
Yeah.
But relax, but still play. It's like, know how to use your strength where you need it, not just playing strong all the time. So his appreciation for having an older group of guys, like an older team, one of the first things he said that really jumped out is he was like, okay, he did this, you did this move.
Yeah.
You two need to learn from each other on these moves. Next time you'll have him here and you'll have him here. So you're already training them to take each other's games from each other.
Absolutely.
You know, it's like, yeah, like, okay, I know it's long term. I know it's nerdy, you know, intimate, but those are the kind of details you hear out of the coaches you remember that you learned the most from.
Absolutely.
That's what they sound like when they're talking to you.
For sure.
So yeah, the coach. Oh, okay. So here's what's funny. Here's what's really funny, Steve.
All right, I'm listening.
Kayshawn Pryor's, I'm sorry, Kaysen.
Yeah.
Kaysen's Pryor's voice.
Okay.
Nikki, do you have the video, the Cardinal commitment video?
Cardinal commitment. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Listen. Wait, Nikki. Can you hear me? It's roughly the 4:25 mark of the Cardinal commitment video. They talked to Kaysen Pryor. Now, what I want you people to do, all you people listening right now, I'm going to want you to close your eyes and listen and tell me what this dude looks like that you hear. And this is a radio exercise, but I want you to hear Kaysen Pryor.
Funny you bringing this up because I thought this as well.
I want you to listen. Close your eyes and try to describe the person you're listening to. Okay, Nikki.
Rhythm over the top, right? Sometimes that's all it's needed.
Not him.
Great job.
Oh man, they've been great for me going into my last year here. You know, after being at a few different schools, you know, these workouts is kind of just what I needed. You know, I think the work we're getting in is great hard work in just a short amount of time. We're going over very important stuff that is going to be very beneficial going into the season and my position and how we play. So Jermaine has been obviously played for Coach Kels, who knows what he wants. You know what type of moves will be effective. So I think Mano's been real good for me and Noah, and definitely been seeing my progression over the last few weeks.
That's really good.
Listen, when you see the video, people, if you haven't seen the video, see the video, and your mind and your eyeballs.
Yeah, it tricks them. You're like,
I mean, Steve and I had we had a little text that said, text says Shaq.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Trez.
Yeah.
So that is, yeah.
Right. Listen, the person you heard looks like Trez or Shaq.
Yeah.
In real life, that person looks more closer to Noah Waterman than Trez. It's like, is that how it really sound?
I know.
So yeah, he's probably the catfish.
Oh yeah,
he's the voice catfish so far.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but like I said, you'll see what I'm talking about if you actually look at the video. Sounds like Jerome. Wait, what?
It's white Jerome all over again.
Who do we have over there?
No, it was just Benji. Benji was wondering what the accessory was that we were talking about.
Oh God.
What?
It was a mask.
What's the top text say, Steve?
A brother from the East Coast. Like, I think Kaysen White. That's funny. Kaysen Pryor is not.
He's mixed.
All white. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mixed.
All right.
You remember we went.
We did a deep dive.
Yeah. I was like, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's
Kaysen White.
Let's say he's mixed, but he doesn't look as mixed as a lot of mixed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't like Trenton Flowers mixed. Or put it this way, his Swedish genes were prevalent.
Yes. Very much so.
Yeah, very strong Euro gene.
Yes.
And he doesn't, but he got his voice box from his voice box and height or whatever. It might not be height, but his voice box definitely came from the delegation side.
Yes.
Of his thing.
Without question.
I'll tell you what, Nikki, go ahead and play us out because we might be having some new content, some breaking content. Take a text to ask me, do we have any news on the other side of the aisle? We may just. So go ahead and play us out. We're going to be rolling along on 93.9 The Ville.
Lanning Paints is truly Louisville's hometown paint manufacturer. We create architectural coatings for homes and ship our industrial and commercial products across the United States and even across the world. I am Aaron Lanning, and I am lucky enough to work alongside my father, Nick, who is our chemist and brainchild for our local brand. He is working daily to formulate finishes and coatings that will beautify your interior walls, basement and garage floors, driveways, fences, siding, brick, and more. Visit LanningPaint.com to learn more about us or call us at 245-0630 to reach our Middletown location or 612-2138 for Dixie Highway, where we proudly offer a full array of Benjamin Moore products. Lanning Paints, painting the USA from Louisville, Kentucky since 1983.
Lowe's knows owning a project means owning the right tools. And during Craftsman Days, you can save big on what you need from a brand you trust. Get a free Select V20 tool when you buy a Select battery 2-pack. Plus, get your choice of the V20 string trimmer or leaf blower for only $99. Find these savings and more today. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 7/10 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Here's what you missed on Middays with Marcus Maben.
Coach Pat Kelsey, is the recruiting different?
Yeah, I mean, I think, coming up through the mid-major level, it's very, very, very important that you are on it from an evaluation standpoint, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can find guys that maybe are overlooked simply because you put a very, very high premium on the evaluation process.
Weekdays, 10 to noon on 93.9 The Ville.
Marty Brenneman here for Tri-State Men's Health, the leader in men's sexual health for treating erectile dysfunction and low testosterone issues. And they're the leader for a reason, because I can tell you from my own experience of being treated there, Tri-State Men's Health is top shelf. Far too many men wait to get their ED treated, but I want to tell you today that you shouldn't wait any longer. If you're suffering with ED and are like most guys, a medical team at Tri-State Men's Health will get you back on track fast. They have the experience, they have the treatment protocols, and they know what they're doing. At Tri-State Men's Health, they have ED treatments that are effective in well over 90% of men. They can even combine treatments for better results. You might even find yourself performing like you haven't in years. So make an appointment today. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. They have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you.
Value Market is Louisville's grocer. Since 1978, Value Market has been your neighborhood grocery store for all of life's best moments. Value Market gets it. Life is busy. That's why Value Market has curbside and delivery since 2013, freeing up more of your time for the more important things in life. Kids' ball games, family visits, work, tailgating, and cookouts. That's why Value Market has 4 area locations to serve your grocery needs. Mid-City Mall, Outer Loop Plaza, Iroquois Manor, and Mount Washington. At Value Market, you got savings in the bag. ValueMarket.com.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention, like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself, or worse, others. And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See, we didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
Ember Dash Mobile Cigar Lounge is designed exclusively for cigar enthusiasts like you. Whether you're celebrating an occasion, hosting an event, or simply seeking a moment of tranquility, they're here to transform it into an unforgettable experience. Ember and Ash Mobile Cigar Lounge will be on location at Need Bourbon Bar and Bottle Shop at 7 p.m. on Friday, July 12th. They'll also be at Against the Grain Brewery and Public House Saturday, July 13th. Use promo code ESPN for 10% off your cigar purchase. Private bookings available. Head to emberandashcigars.com. Ember and Ash Mobile Cigar Lounge. They bring the elite cigar experience to you.
an official broadcast partner of the University of Louisville. WLCL Sellersburg is 93.9 The Ville.
Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today.
Hey, Louisville fans, Steve Rummage here. In life, there are moments when the stakes are high and the decisions you make can forever change the outcome of your financial future. Buying or selling your home, that's one of those major league moments. Imagine this. If we're facing a major surgery, you wouldn't pick a cut-rate surgeon or someone offering a 1% discount, right? So why gamble with the cheaper option when it comes to selling your home? Go with a pro, someone who's recently named one of Louisville's 40 under 40, and call Josh Jarbo. Josh and the team of agents at RE/MAX Empire understand the value of what's at play.
All right, hey guys, just come back now. I'm going to bring you back. Go.
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Baby. 8150. 93.9 is the number. 93.9 state. Do we have? .com.
Well done. That was nice.
We are efforting.
Okay.
We have visual. We're just working on audio, and it's not on our end. It's on.
Okay,
theirs,
they're having.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. Well, if we get it, we'll jump in there.
What are you looking forward to hearing? Starting lineup.
Oh, just from here.
I need to know the starting running back. Who's the playmaker? What the wide receiver spot?
I just want to hear from Coach Brohm. I mean, I want to hear like where we stand, because now he's got to actually look at his entire roster. Everybody's on campus now. I mean, so now you'll kind of get a more of a true look. I mean, spring ball is awesome, but you know what I'm saying?
I woke up this morning thinking about Penny Boone.
I don't care about him.
Okay.
I'm that's the least of my worries, is a losing an offensive running back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, whatever, man. Get on out of here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know how it is. It was just one of those like, I hope I don't end up,
Oh, he'll put up good numbers at UCF.
Agitated.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. But just because somebody else goes somewhere else and they're good doesn't mean that they were the right fit here.
Right. And again, fit, not player. Like he's a player.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
but I have no doubt he'll go out. And I mean, that's like a guy like Sky Clark. I think Sky Clark's going to have a great year at UCF under Coach Cronin. Yeah, like that doesn't mean that it just wouldn't have worked here. You know, I mean, I'm just using Sky Clark for example. I think he was a great kid. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, which prayers for him and his dad.
Dad,
who we talked to a couple times, was a great guy. But yeah, I mean, that's what you want to hear. And we're, like I said, they are having trouble though, because even their other stream, like on the Facebook, it went down. So I think they're struggling over there to get that. But if they get it up,
they need to put me in charge of.
We'll go live
from their audio stream.
Right. If not, we'll get a replay of it and play it here in just a bit, one way or the other. So either way, we'll hear.
Don't worry, you're going to hear about it, no matter what.
And we had to get fully healed. He was limited.
Got
him. He's full speed now. Obviously, we're protecting him as well, but he's full speed. He's looking good. He needs to be a big part of our offense.
Yeah. As you get like 3 weeks away from practice starting around that, what areas of the team are you most comfortable with, and what areas do you have the most concerns with?
Well, I do feel like that we've built depth on both the offense and defensive line, which is extremely important. How you play in the trenches really determines if you can win big football games or not. And I think we've added valuable depth there. And hopefully we can see quite a few guys playing on both sides of the line and have great competition. And that's an important piece. When you go from there on the defensive side, I think we have some really good depth in the secondary. We feel very confident that those guys can play very well also, and they did last year, but I think we can be even better. The linebacking unit, we like, but just like last year, we had some unproven pieces that stepped up and played well. There's a mixture of both now. We've got a couple of veterans that I think will play well, and then we've got some new guys that need to step up and emerge and do a good job. But we're confident that can be done. So the depth there maybe isn't exactly where we wanted, but it's continuing to improve, and sometimes you just got to get on the field and play. So when we get to the offensive side of the ball, I like our quarterback room. We're continuing to improve there and add depth behind Tyler. The running back room, I feel confident that we have multiple guys that can go in and play and do a really good job. The receiving room, I think, has talent. We've got to just put it all together, and we've got to be more efficient and better in the passing game and find ways to create big plays and throw the ball vertically and get the ball in our receivers' hands. And they got to be consistent each and every week. And in the tight end position, we do have Mark Redmond here now, who's a veteran with 1 year left to play that I think will do a really good job for us. Jamari Johnson has improved from last year. He was a true freshman. And then we've added Isaiah Cummins and Jaleel Skinner that you saw some in the spring that are continuing to advance and get better. And we're going to need the tight end position. And we have Nate Kariski, who's a solid veteran that can catch the ball and block. So I think we've improved that position, and they've got to get on the field and prove it. So in general, I think we have a talented football team that just has to, figure out who the playmakers are going to be, know what their roles are, and play at the highest level they can.
Jeff, what will you work on with Tyler once you get out on the field and get to, I know
you're off, right? Yeah, you're off.
Back that had played for you, but he's never played for you. I hear he's got a very strong arm. And what things will you try to, smooth out with him and get him to know before the first game?
We're excited about Tyler. I think he competed in the spring and did a good job. He showcased his arm strength. He's learned our offense. He has it down. He studies. He's a student of the game. He's a veteran. He's played a lot of football. He's had some ups and downs, which is good that he's been seasoned. So I think, even now we can spend some time with him, and we have. And I feel good about where he's at, and I think he can play at a high level. Obviously, he's had a few injuries through his career, but he was asked to run the ball quite a bit in the past. And while we'll have that package available, at the same time, we want to make sure that we protect him. He can throw it. We get the ball in our playmakers' hands, and we don't have to run him as much. So we feel confident about his leadership skills, what he brings to the table, and we think he can have a big year.
Defensively, you might have a better team than you had last year. Talk about that. You got a lot of people back. You were pretty good last year, too.
Well, I like our defense, and I think through 10 games last year, we played at a high level, and we're really, really good. Had some dominant games, and then we probably slipped a little at the very end, which is not good. But there's a lot of things that we can learn from, and we definitely have tried to utilize the last 6 or so months to make sure that doesn't happen again, because I think we are talented. So I think, plenty of veterans, Ashton Gelati, Quincy Riley, amongst a whole slew of others. We've added some additional guys that have played a lot of football at some of those positions. So I think we're going to be able to play a lot of guys on defense. We want to be as aggressive as we can, but yet, not give up big plays and keep the score low and create turnovers. But I like our pieces, and without question, I expect our defense to play very well this year.
Jeff, when looking at the spring portal window, all but one of your additions in that window were on the defensive line. 2 questions. Coming out of spring, was D-line an area of concern that maybe you had when you wanted to kind of bolster in that area? And two, how have those newcomers, not just on the D line, but them plus Dan Foster, how have they kind of gelled with the team, both in terms of chemistry and how they've looked in summer workouts and things like that?
Well, I think the trenches is the area, defense and offensive line, that you got to be good at. And, there's a lot of great skilled players throughout the country that you can recruit and go get. And obviously some are a little bit better than the others, but on the defense and offensive front, you've got to be good, and you've got to be physical. You've got to be athletic. You've got to be able to change the outcome of the game. So I think we understand that, and we tried to attack it in that way. So I think, when you look at defensive line, without question, Ashton Gelati and Roman Puryear and Des Tell, Jared Dawson are all guys that have played. But I think when you look at, adding Thor Griffin up front, adding Miles Jernigan, Richard Kindley, Renee Conga, those are all guys that play a lot of football, and I'm probably leaving out a few as well. Jordan Garrard, who we added in the spring, unfortunately got injured, but was doing a really good job. I think we have quite a bit of depth on the defensive line, and we can play quite a few guys. And obviously you want to see difference makers emerge that can take over the game, but at the same time, we're going to have competition. I think on the offensive line, we have more depth than we've had in the past. We should be able to play 9 or 10 guys if they're healthy and doing what they're supposed to do, which gives us competition as well. And it gives you the ability to rotate guys some. It gives you the ability to pull guys out of the game if they're not doing what they're supposed to, and make sure they understand that we expect them to play at a high level and be their best every time they step on the field. So that's what you're looking for. Obviously, they got to go out and prove it, but we like what we've seen to this. Well, Coach Barkley's done a great job. He's been with me for a while now, coaching a lot of places. He's from here. He takes a lot of pride in representing this city, this state. Last year, we had 2 running backs drafted. Only team in college football had 2 running backs drafted. Last year, we had 2 running backs go to the combine. Us and Georgia were the only 2 teams that had 2 running backs go to the combine. Their 2 running backs did not get drafted. So I think we've been able to develop guys. They played very well for us last year. We relied on the running game quite a bit last year. They came through for us. We still want to be balanced, but yet explosive as we can be, but you have to be able to run the football. So I think with the running backs we have, we feel like we're 4 deep. That does 1 or 2 need to step up and become that playmaker, the difference maker, the guy that you can count on every game? Yes, but at the same time, they've showed us some things at this point, and all of them need to be ready to go. But Chris has done a really good job, and he really loves coaching football here. Things at this point, and all of them need to be ready to go. But Chris has done a really good job, and he really loves coaching football here.
Jeff, you talked about the depth behind Tyler, and you have some guys, younger guys like Pierce and Brady Allen. What do they have to show you in the early portion of fall camp to signal that they're taking another step forward, or what are you looking for out of them, I guess?
Well, the quarterback position is unique, and to play at a high level, you've got to be really good. You've got to be seasoned. You got to be sharp. You got to be able to make plays. You got to be able to come through when your team needs you. You got to be able to get the ball in the end zone. So I think, right now, Pierce Clarkson continues to improve and get better. Getting him as many game reps as we can, where the rush is coming at him. He's got to make plays and be able to adjust and play on the fly. It's important, and I think we've done a decent job of that. But he's got to continue to keep excelling at that. Harrison Bailey is a transfer we took that has shown really good things. That in the spring game, I didn't give him a whole lot of opportunity to throw the ball up the field a whole lot. That was my fault. But he's had a good spring and a good summer, and I think he can play effective football if we ask him to. He's not extremely mobile a quarterback, but he can throw the football and he understands our system. Brady Allen, we've had for a while now at a couple places. He continues to improve and get better. Playing fluid and playing natural and playing athletic is what he needs to work on, because he's very smart. He understands what we're doing. Right now that position's important. At some point, they're all going to play. If they prove to us they can play right now, we've been known to have multiple packages where maybe 2 quarterbacks play, maybe 3 quarterbacks play. Last year, one time 10 quarterbacks played. We probably won't have a package for that, but yeah, well, he thinks he can go out there and play as well. But those guys have worked hard, and it's hard to sit back and not get game reps and really feel extremely confident, even though all those guys are confident. But we've just got to make sure that we continue to get them seasoned up. But I think once we put them in, they'll be ready to go and they'll play well.
Jeff, when you talked about the running backs and getting 2 drafted, you've got a room this year where it's going to be a little different, but you've got some guys in there. I mean, Maurice for 2 years has got 6 touchdowns and has run a lot the last 2 years. And Donald obviously has experience, and then some good young guys. Your thoughts on the 5 that you have in there?
Well, I like Maurice has really had a good spring. He's in great shape. He understands it's his position and his time to shine. And I think he'll do a really good job. So he's been a good leader. I think Ed and Donald Cheney from Miami, he's shown good things. He's got experience. He loves being here. He'll do a good job. I think Kewan Brown's a young running back that has shown glimpses. He's got to continue to improve, but he's got some strength. He's got some pop to him. You get down to Isaac Brown, a true freshman. He's our fastest running back, and he's quick and he can run. And he shows some Jawar Jordan traits at a young age that is hard to teach. Now, getting up to speed and of what that position entails, and blocking and understanding protections and being able to do that, he's got to continue to improve there. But it's really shown a lot of good things. He works really hard. And then Duke Watson, we added as a true freshman as well, that has really good talent as well. He's got a ways to learn the offense and system, but he has talent, he has speed, and I think at some point he'll be a really good player.
You mentioned Gelati there a minute ago. He certainly has got a lot of preseason accolades, All-American. Talk about what he brings to the table for your defense and what he can do for you.
Well, we love Ashton Gelati, what he gives our football team. A ton of experience, extremely hard worker. He wants to be great. He came back this season to improve his stock and showcase to the world how great he can be and to help his team win. So I think he's been a great teammate. He's very strong at the point of attack. He can rush the passer. He's got some quickness and speed as well. He's one of those guys that can, he reminds me when at Purdue we had George Karlaftis, who was a first-round pick of the Chiefs. He won 2 Super Bowls his first 2 years with the Kansas City Chiefs. He comes back here and trains. Very similar game, just very strong, hard workers, sneaky athletic. Can move around a little bit if you need to move him at times, but a tremendous person with a great work ethic and a great teammate. So I think he needs to be our leader. He leads more by example, but it's a good example, a really good example. So I think we expect him to have a great year, and I think it's important that we play well around him so that he can showcase all the traits that he has that are really outstanding.
Jeff, earlier you talked about the importance of adapting nowadays to build a roster. When do you feel, because there always is so much movement, it seems like it's from November until even after spring practice, guys can come and go. When do you feel comfortable about the team that you're going to have to work with in the fall?
Well, as far as feeling comfortable, I think, these transfer portal windows in January and in late April, you don't know for sure who you're going to have on your team until May. So with that, you've just got to roll with the punches. You got to hope that you can keep a lot of people on your team happy and that they know that they're working for a common goal and they can see the light at the end of the tunnel if they continue to work hard. And normally that takes place. But at the same time, some people want to move and that's the way it works. So we've got to be able to adjust and have a plan in case that happens. At the same time, a lot of guys graduate. Some other guys, may not be back for a variety of reasons, and you've got to be able to improve your roster. And whether it's through signing young high school prospects, which we will continue to do, or saving some room for some veterans, it's important that you're able to win football games. So to have that right combination, there's nothing wrong with having veterans if they can play. A lot of times when guys are coming here with just 1 year left or 2, they're hungry. There's a purpose. They want to get something out of it. And if we can continue to mix that together with a great nucleus of young players, with a great nucleus of veteran players, It's not until after May where you don't really know for sure who's going to be on the team, and then you got to utilize 3 months to get them up to speed as fast as you can to make sure that come game one you're ready to go.
Right here. You mentioned in the spring and again today that you want to stretch the field vertically, have a little bit more vertical passing game. Why are you confident you'll be able to do that better this year, and why is it important?
Well, I think in general, we believe in trying to score as many points as we can, creating big plays, utilizing the passing game to be effective doing that with great quarterback play and efficient receivers and tight ends and running backs out of the backfield, and making an exciting brand of football. I think that's one of our goals as well, is to play an exciting brand of football that people want to watch, people want to play in, that can score points, that can score quickly. Now, at the same time, defenses are improved. Defenses change every year. They adjust, they adapt, and you've got to sometimes take what they give you. So to be able to run the ball effectively and throw the ball effectively, you got to be able to do both. And there's going to come a point in time where you're going to have to do one because the team's going to take away the other. So we've got to get really good at both. But if you can create big plays, just like, for example, we create a lot of big plays in the Boston College game, then you can do some great things. Now, our team's going to allow you to do that. They may not sometimes. So you've got to be able to adjust, have some things underneath and some things in the screen game to make sure you're figuring out ways to score points. But the quicker the drives are for touchdowns, the higher chance you have of scoring and winning, in my opinion. So we've got to be able to, back people off, stretch the field vertically, create room to do things like running the ball and throwing it underneath. Well, I think that the landscape is changing every year. As coaches, you'd like to know who your roster is and what it's going to be. The sooner, the better. And while we want players to have the freedom to come and go when they want, the sooner and better we know, the better off we're going to be. So that's always important. I think if there's a way to create a uniform way to control NIL and things like that, I think that can possibly help as well, because there's teams that are going to do what they have to acquire talent, and then there's teams that are going to try to do things as ethically and morally as they can as well, to make sure you build the team the right way. So there's just a perfect balance, and right now there's a lot of different ways to get that done. So you just want to do your best to adapt and adjust to what's going on, but also put together the best team you can in order to win now.
Jeff, you talked behind Tyler, you talked about a lot of the other backup quarterbacks, so to speak, and I'm sure nothing's completely set in stone, but do you have a clear-cut number 2 right now at that position?
I wouldn't say clear-cut. Right now, Pierce Clarkson would be the next guy in. Harrison Bailey and Brady Allen would be right there. And there will always be competition for that. There will always be competition for the starting spot. Right now, Tyler Shuck has proved that he's a really good quarterback with experience, and we like what we've seen. And the other guys are right behind him. But we'll always have competition there. Sometimes you kind of gauge and see what are certain strengths of each player, and if you need to develop a certain package for every game to have that ready to go, we're not scared to do that. So I wouldn't be surprised if we have those packages ready this year for different quarterbacks. And then unfortunately, if someone goes down like your starter, the next guy has to be ready to go in there and win the game for you. So continue to improve those guys. They all get quite a few reps is important, but it's important to be ready when you go in there. And sometimes if you're going in there too soon, it can affect your confidence moving forward. But at the same time, now is the time for them to be ready to go. And at any point they can go in, and they need to be ready. But I think they've all improved, and they've done a really good job. They study hard, they work hard, and that room needs to be ready to play. And like I said, we need to be able to utilize all of those quarterbacks at any point. Okay, thank you.
a ton to break down. We appreciate Coach Jeff Brohm. I tell you what, we're going to take a quick commercial break, reset the show. 939 The Ville. Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course they'll work with your insurance. Did I also...
Here, we'll go right after this if you're ready.
Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today.
Go. Hey, everybody. Steve Rummage here. I want to tell you about my friends over at Tri-State Men's Health. Listen, guys, get over there. If you're just not feeling yourself, something just ain't right. You're in the gym. You're not seeing the gains that you used to see. You're out on a jog, or just in everyday life, man. You're just getting up, go to the fridge, walk outside, take the trash out, and you're like, man, something is not right with me. Listen, call my friends over at Tri-State Men's Health. Listen, you go and have a 30-minute appointment. It's going to be really quick. Jump on tristatemenshealth.com. Take a low-T quiz, 10 questions, yes or no. Very simple. I don't like multiple choice, or multiple choice. So give me a yes or a no. You do that, it's going to take about 2 minutes. If any of that fits you, it might be worth going in, getting checked out. Listen, it's $99 for the appointment. But here's the thing. If you sign up for testosterone on that day, they're going to waive that entire $99. So that appointment's going to be free. And you can go in and it's all confidential. There's no pressure to buy anything. And they do not have a blanket package. They will do everything for you to meet where you are in your life. So anything you've heard, anything like that, they've got something that will work for you. So guys, go check it out. TriStateMen'sHealth.com. They got locations here in Louisville, up in Ohio, Northern Kentucky, everywhere you want to go, and go check it out. Tri-State Men's Health. Tell them you heard about them right here on 93.9 The Ville.
At Preston Green, we want to help create your dream backyard. Preston Green wants to assist and help build your outdoor entertainment spaces for design-savvy homeowners. Enjoy lounging outdoors while watching the big game. Add a bar, pond, outdoor kitchen, grill, fireplace, and Preston Green can build net zero energy green homes and swimming pools. From design to completion, Preston Green's expert team can do it all. In business since 1978. Get your free quote today. Create your dreams with Preston Green. PrestonGreen.net.
Tech-savvy professionals delivering equipment, technology, and service for all your office, network, and print communication needs. Look no further. High-quality office equipment, print, and IT solutions at fair and transparent pricing. That is Duplicator's commitment to you. Your tech-savvy office equipment and outsourced IT professionals can simplify your daily work process wherever you find yourself working with world-class network business machines and solutions from Ricoh and Savin. And that commitment continues with their commercial print and mailing division, Derby City Litho. Check out the Ricoh Pro C7210 graphic print system providing superior color output. Duplicator Sales, Derby City Litho, Corporate Mailing Systems, Ricoh and Savin. Call them at 502-589-5555 or visit them online, duplicatorsales.net, or at their store, 831 East Broadway, Louisville, with offices in Elizabethtown, Lexington, Paducah.
Hey, Cards fans. Do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com. And be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
Men, when addressing the problem of erectile dysfunction, you want the right treatment for your specific medical situation because every case is different, and finding the right treatment can mean the difference between just an okay experience and an amazing one. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and at our practices, we offer the full range of ED treatment protocols and can even combine therapies to help make those intimate moments special, both for you and your partner. At Tri-State Men's Health, we are the leader in treating ED in the area. Our medical providers specialize in men's sexual health and understand that no two cases are alike. like, which means you'll get the right treatment for you based on sound medical evaluation and appropriate applications of medical therapies. Plus, we offer treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most men, you'll get your sex life back. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the tri-state area to serve you.
Ember Dash Mobile Cigar Lounge is designed exclusively for cigar enthusiasts like you. Whether you're celebrating an occasion, hosting an event, or simply seeking a moment of tranquility, they're here to transform it into an unforgettable experience. Ember and Ash Mobile Cigar Lounge will be on location at Need Bourbon Bar and Bottle Shop at 7 p.m. on Friday, July 12th. They'll also be at Against the Grain Brewery and Public House Saturday, July 13th. Use promo code ESPN for 10% off your cigar purchase. Private bookings available. Head to emberandashcigars.com. Ember and Ash Mobile Cigar Lounge. They bring the elite cigar experience to you.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
Lowe's knows owning a project means owning the right tools. And during Craftsman Days, you can save big on what you need from a brand you trust. Get a free Select V20 tool when you buy a Select Battery 2-pack. Plus, get your choice of the V20 string trimmer or leaf blower for only $99. Find these savings and more today. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 7/10 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Here's what you missed on The Drive with Mark Ennis.
Brian Brohm here joins us on The Drive on FM. Brian, what can you tell us about Pierce Clarkson?
Got a lot of reps this spring, got a lot better. Just being able to work within the pocket and see things. And, sometimes guys can come in and they think they're going to play right away. They can get a little disgruntled. He has not shown any signs of that. He's continuing to work hard and get better. And, when his time comes, I think he'll be ready to go.
Weekdays, 3 to 6 on 93.9 The Ville.
Hey, Louisville fans, Steve Rummage here. In life, there are moments when the stakes are high and the decisions you make can forever change the outcome of your financial future. Buying or selling your home, that's one of those major league moments. Imagine this. If we're facing a major surgery, you wouldn't pick a cut-rate surgeon or someone offering a 1% discount, right? So why gamble with the cheaper option when it comes to selling your home? Go with a pro, someone who's recently named one of Louisville's 40 under 40, and call Josh Jarbo. Josh and the team of agents at RE/MAX Empire understand the value of what's at play. They don't offer any gimmicks, and they definitely don't take shortcuts. They provide the full MVP treatment every step of the way. So when buying or selling your home, choose the team that goes the distance for you. At RE/MAX Empire, your goals paired with their strategy is a guaranteed recipe for success. I'm Steve Rummage, and I'm telling you, in real estate, don't settle for anything less than the best. Call Josh Jarbo at 502-216-7590 or check out his website at joshjarbo.remaxempireky.com.
Josh Jarbo, principal broker owner, RE/MAX Empire, Motto Mortgage A to Z, NMLS number 2256125. Equal housing lender.
Over the river and through the bullets to grandmother's house to see a culture that's big for the entire crew, and they call it Good Gravy.
Good Gravy, the new family roller coaster at Holiday World and Splash and Safari. Twist and turn past a gigantic rolling pin, milk bottle, and more in a race to save Thanksgiving dinner. First forwards, then backwards. It's fun with a little gravy on top. Get tickets at holidayworld.com.
Is your dad still here? Is your dad still here? Oh, okay, nice. You got to bring him by the studio, man. I want to meet him. Go.
I don't think he's ever going to leave. You know what what he was most excited about? I was telling Steve this weekend. He was the thing that he's enjoyed the most is the look of freedom of the county folk on 4th of July, 5th of July, 6th of July. All he was talking about, yeah, they're out here really enjoying their freedom out here, It's like he's like, he didn't like when people go to one area and do the firework, thing on 4th.
He wants like everyone to be doing it.
Yes, he wants everyone to have individual fireworks shows all over the city. And I think he's dropping hints. I think he's lightly dropping hints about wanting to move up here.
I was just about to say, I was like, is he gonna put down some roots up in I don't want to say the 502 because I don't want to say where you live in, but yeah.
I think listen, we got to find him. We got to find him a seasoned woman.
Listen, I've wondered the last few times he's come up, I'm like, I wonder if he's going to stay. I can see that.
Is he like, what hints is he dropping?
He talking about how much he loves the place and and how his blood pressure goes down and how he's talking about the food from Kroger is better up here. And it's like,
Kroger does bang.
Yeah,
they got some good stuff.
But it's just too much.
Now he's currently where? Atlanta?
Yeah, our outskirts,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he just keeps on talking about it. I'm just like, okay, Dad, what you trying to say?
Yeah. We'll welcome him up here with open arms.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it'd be good.
I've never been to Magic City, but I don't like Atlanta.
We got to get him. We got to keep him occupied. Like I said,
coming from Atlanta to here, like I can understand why Atlanta gives me agita, dude. Driving everywhere, it's crazy.
Yeah, so that's why he only drives at night.
Yeah,
between 12 and 4.
Yeah.
Okay,
Pierce Clarkson's number 2. We got that.
That's all you got from that, Steve.
Yeah,
that whole thing. All you wanted was Pierce Clarkson. And here, look, I'm gonna do something crappy right now. You can go if you need to do something. I'm gonna do something really crappy right now.
Okay.
I'm going to do the first official.
Okay.
Who are they on our team? It's about that time for us to start doing that, right?
It's getting there. Yeah.
But I'm just gonna cheat and steal it
No,
today.
fine. Go ahead.
Okay. If everybody's familiar with the segment, this is where Steve and I like to introduce you, sometimes reintroduce you to individual players. Steve, what if I told you that a guy that appeared in 21 games, 4 seasons in the Big Ten,
okay,
career sacks, pair of career sacks in 2023, 8 tackles, strip sack,
okay,
saw action in the Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl win over Miami.
Oh,
added 3 stops at number 2 Michigan. Recorded 2 tackles for loss and strip sack in the opening against Northwestern. All academic Big Ten. 5 tackles, 2 sacks, and 2 pass breakups.
I'm liking it.
We got a situation. I go back there. There's no sandwiches, no nuggets for your boy.
What?
So I feel like I'm going to have to crack an intern's head or something like that. Because, there's a pecking order here.
The intern, the one
I'm the executive
rule
producer
that everybody knows. Diener, everybody knows is the talent eats first. And you're hosting today, so you are the talent today.
I am the talent. So somebody's not getting college credit.
You can have some of this. I ate a couple of them.
No, it's okay. I actually brought lunch today.
Did James eat already?
Well, he's the MVP. I like to think that James and I are on equal ground.
These interns are getting out of line around
But there's
ESPN
only
Louisville.
one intern here.
No, there's 2.
The girl? Do you think she did it?
She might have.
Girl ain't 80 pounds. She ain't eating no. Chick-fil-A.
I don't know. She's an athlete.
I know. Yeah, I was gonna say,
She's a golfer,
young calorie eaters. Yeah, you never mind.
Thankfully, Janet made me some chicken and quinoa. So
I was gonna say my guy in the office. I don't think he ate any.
Who?
I don't think my guy in the office ate any.
Really, Aiden?
Yeah.
Well then,
I don't know. He might tear them up quick.
Well, we do have a packed house today. Like everybody's here.
It is
like
pretty cool.
Like the salespeople are all
it's
here.
amazing.
We got the interns. We got Tanner. We got
Nate-
Lightsy and Lieberman who are going to be in with me.
Look, Nate gets back, and all of a sudden, everybody decides it's really important. Sorry. You listen, for as long as you've been on radio, you have never been able to sit your food to. And what are you doing with that anyway? I want you to confess right now. Don't worry, Nick. Listen, we're Nikki's we're gonna be able to readdress Coach Brohm's interview. You're gonna hear it 20 other times. Do not forget.
We're gonna replay.
What are you doing with that?
What?
That right there.
A diet soda?
The diet soda that you swore off on July 3rd.
Oh, and it's McDonald's. You beautiful man, you.
You got that for him, didn't you?
No, but I would have because
you tried to get him to start drinking sodas, and you won.
You know what I drank this morning? The McDonald's Diet Coke.
What are you
was
doing?
it was left over from last night. It was left over from last night.
What are you doing with that, Steve?
Well,
loving life.
Yeah, because you're all liars. People who are anti-soda. Do you know what I've been drinking for the last week, Nick?
What's that?
Sweet teas. McDonald's sweet teas. The other day I had 3 of them. Do you know what that is?
Basically sugar.
It's about 700 calories and 140 grams of sugar.
I was going to say, I'm not going to diabetic
And somebody
shock.
is going to be like, it has better diet sodas. You know, I drink sweet teas for 1 week and diet sodas taste like diet sodas again to me. Like I'm having to train myself again to drink a diet soda.
It's the best.
And you don't feel any disappointment? You don't feel like you let yourself down?
No, and you know what I saw? I follow a couple like macro people, and like there's this one girl, she's like super macro in shape. You know what she's drinking? A diet soda. So I'm like,
there you go.
Yeah, I'm like, forget y'all. I enjoy a couple things in this life: God, my family, and the Louisville Cardinals, and diet soda, and not in that order. So
not necessarily in that order.
Is it me or like do you prefer diet soda to regular soda? I mean like no like
that's kind of cheating though, because when you're used to diet soda, regular soda tastes
funny,
terrible.
Yeah, like okay,
Yeah.
it doesn't like
But it's vice versa,
Like
too.
Mexican soda taste still is the goat, but like the actual cane sugar. But like a regular Coke is good.
Oh yeah,
but a Diet Coke, it's my go-to. I prefer it.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Like,
but I will say that,
especially McDonald's Diet Coke, there's nothing better.
I will say that though. On top of,
somebody's mad that
somebody's mad that Nick just blew the show up. Yeah, yeah, they're heated issues.
All right.
Go back to your plan.
I was
Let's
in
go
the
back to your
middle.
plan.
Back to football. Sorry.
Earned all Big Ten academic honors. Saw action and win against Indiana. Made a college debut against number 11 Ohio State. Recorded a tackle. Listen, reclassified and enrolled in 2020. Lined up in high school as a defensive end, a running back, and a tight end.
Michael Bush.
Scored 16 touchdowns as a senior. Earned league's defensive MVP.
Best player on the team.
Also named MVP and won school's senior male athlete of the year. And a member of the varsity basketball squad and claimed MVP.
This is the best player on the team.
6'4".
Okay.
Nearly 300 pounds. Renee Conga.
He said his name in the press conference, and I was like, I literally looked at Marcus and was like, who the hell is Renee Conga?
Okay, I'm glad you guys said that because I had 2 different feeds going. One of them had the closed captioning, and it was a little ahead of the other feed. So
Right.
I was listening and I was like, okay, I know that guy. I know that guy. I think I know that guy. The hell is that? Like I had the exact same.
Where'd he come from?
Rutgers. by way of Ontario,
Okay.
Ottawa.
I
Ontario.
remember him now. Okay, I do remember getting him now.
Okay.
I do remember getting him now. Okay, I didn't know the name,
Right.
but I do remember getting him now.
It was like
We got him over Kentucky.
like, what is the top save?
Oh, that was from a minute ago. They were laughing. That was our Brohm. I heard, don't distract. Dorito makes me go poop. Okay.
What is that?
I think that's the Mexican soda. Doritos.
Oh yeah.
Doritos. I don't know.
It's a staple at like any taco truck or anything like that. It's like usually it's in like orange and like lemon.
Mike James had a NIL deal with him last year. He got like free Doritos or whatever they're called.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. But yeah, I do remember getting him now, the Rutgers guy.
Yep.
Okay.
Renee.
But that's the thing that sucks is, and I've heard Diener say this too. Like the Dieners of the world are winning the world over now at the transfer portal. What I mean by the Dieners of the world is the guys that I like to be able to scoff at, like, you don't even know his name. Like it's Cason Pryor.
Right.
Like more than likely now on the street, I'd be like, the South Florida guy. Oh, okay, the big guy.
Yeah.
Like now, that's what you know people as. The James Madison guy. You're like, oh yeah. Okay. Like so, as soon as you said the Rutgers guy, I was like, oh yeah, I remember getting him.
Yep.
But when he said Renee Conga, I'm like, who is that? Like I know the roster, and I'm like, I don't even know who.
Or
that
you're
is.
used to knowing to knowing
but
a
now,
roster.
I almost need to hear previous school guy, and then I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that like you're like, shut up. That's the only woman I yell at like that. Siri, I treat Siri. If Siri wanted to take me to domestic court, she could.
Verbal abuse.
Yeah, because I talk so much. Like I'll be like, hey, I'm looking for this. She'll say something, and I'm like, hey, you idiot! I said this.
and wonder why Xavier be acting up on it.
I know,
bro. This is the stupidest thing I do, but no,
I have a feeling I could argue this.
I'm so scared of the robot impending takeover that I like always say please and thank you.
You are the
to
most
A's
conservative
eyes, because
Democrat I've ever met in my life, dude. Why don't you just switch parties?
I'm telling you, man, I'm scared of the
Speaking
robot.
of switching parties,
So Siri always gets a yes, ma'am, thank you, everything like that.
She's killing me. Yeah.
Please don't kill my friend Steve.
Speaking of switching parties, Steve, imagine the irony of sneaking this one by our society.
I'm listening.
Did you see that awesome drone exhibition of the American Eagle flag
with the fire?
Yes.
It was the best thing ever.
Until they
see this.
Until they say, now attack.
Yeah.
I can't.
Well, that was one thing I was not pleased with my boy Obama.
I can't believe how comfortable y'all are with.
I did too until he predator drone somebody, and I was like,
drones.
I like you, but I was like, yo, bro,
coordinated drones in your sky.
Yeah, poop and fire.
That is the scariest thing that you like. I couldn't come up with a more sinister method to just. Hey, everybody, look at these nice drones just doing that.
I disagree. That's how they'll kill me.
So they go,
yeah. That's how they'll get me. Because I saw that and was just like, American girl.
Yeah, I saw it and I'm just like, those are coordinated, perfectly coordinated in sync drones. One drone per cell phone. Go get everybody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, we're done.
What are you gonna do? Your cell phone just takes off one day.
Oh, dude, we had a moment over the weekend about the cell phones listening.
Yeah.
Jeanette's mom is talking about getting a purple mattress, and she stopped by the purple mattress store during her latest trip to the mall, and she was telling us about it. She's like, man, I'm telling you, it reminds me of my waterbed back in the day. I gotta get me one of these. Sure enough, 2 seconds later she opens her phone and the first ad is a purple mattress.
That's ridiculous. But it does. There's no way around it.
But I'm saying it's getting even more aggressive.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like she opened an app And then they trickled it in. No, it was just
you
like,
used-
heard you talk about purple?
You used to have to be on the phone with somebody and talking about it or
Right.
something. Or you had to Google search and then start getting
Oh, yeah.
No,
Now,
it was like she opened the phone.
You can be
and there
in-
was a purple
You
app.
could be in your house talking about something and then it shows
Oh,
up.
yeah.
And you're like, okay.
No, but it really is scary. I mean, like I saw a video over the weekend or something of I think it was Ukraine, Russia type thing. But like there's like this guy running and there's this, and you can see him like talking to something and it's a drone. And like it don't even got to get to you. It's just got to get near you. And this drone just goes boom and explodes. And like when the smoke clears, there's nothing there.
Oh, you just vaporized the dude.
Yeah, and you're like, gosh, dude. Like that's horrifying,
terrifying.
man. I mean, I'm not making light of that. It's terrible. I mean, it's war, you know,
Right.
but it was like, what in the world, dude? Like, it's awful. But Amazon's about to start delivering your packages that way. So
So for every
As long as Amazon can deliver your your Twinkies.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, like I did see a funny one. They had like one of those dogs, like little dogs.
Yeah,
that-
oh,
did you see
God.
them pushing it? And somebody was like, they used a bad word, but it was funny. They were like, man, they're just picking on that little. What? And it was just like,
No, I was looking at
pushing back and forth.
I was
The
looking
robot
at
was like, bruh.
I was looking at videos of those dogs' weak spots. Because they do have weak spots. And sand.
Mm-hmm.
They say get sand because it'll mess up those dogs.
Okay.
Ability to
Track you and stuff?
No, the robot they can't move because they rely on
Traction.
I mean, at the
the joints,
area,
yeah.
you'll clog them up real bad. So
Good to know.
I'm gonna get sandbags.
So sand,
keep the
shotgun
killer-
shells,
to
and
keep the killer
tuna fish.
drone dogs off.
Yeah, I know,
Well, I
right?
can tell you where they won't use drones. It's very simple. My friends over Tri-State Men's Health. No drones whatsoever. You just go in there. Now, even though they do have high-tech stuff, all right, there will be no drones, but go in there, check them out. You're not feeling yourself. Listen, I've said it before. I'll say it again. Simple task. If you're just getting up to take the trash out, that's actually what happened to me. I was outside doing some yard work, and I was like, I'm dying. Why? Like, why do I feel like I just want to sit down? Like, I've never been that guy. Like, I was laying mulch. And I was like, I just want to sit down. I said, okay.
Said you want to lay wood?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, that's what I was doing. All right. I said, let me call Mark Blankenbaker. Look, they've helped Mark Blankenbaker, James Strebel. They've helped Mark Lieberman, Coach Lieberman, myself. I said, jumped on tristatemen'shealth.com. I took that little low T quiz. It was 10